You're watching KTN Prime, and we thank you for staying with us. Allow me to introduce my colleague Zinzi Kibeku. She's not a new face for those of you who've been watching News Center on KTN News. Then she's a very familiar face. She looks at what trends on social media, just help us to understand what sort of discussions people are having on social media. So tonight, it has been raining in Nairobi. Lots of people are stranded. Zinzi, what's going on?
It's been pouring like crazy, Linda. And the thing is, before we can even get to the conversation, I feel like there's a video that will really showcase how bad the rains are. It's only a 30 seconds video. It's going around on Twitter. Let's begin with that before we get into the details.
Okay, let's take a look at that.
Shika na mkono hizi hivyo. Kuja sasa.
The struggle is real. The struggle is real.
And everybody saying shika na mkono.
Do you see how she first of all threw her bag and she's like, all right, so how are we doing this? And she got down to business and there's a lady behind her. So I'm guessing it was like an entire train of people.
You'd actually do that. I mean, you have a handbag, so you just throw it at someone and you hope by the time you get your handbag back, everything is
intact, yeah?
Okay.
But also what you're looking at right now, these are a few of the images going around on social media. This is what is happening. These are the pictures you're seeing, cars rather being, washed away. What you've just seen, people trying to really get to dry land. Look at this. This is around Kencom. There is one, and then of course there's always that one guy. There's always that one guy.
There's always someone who's trying to take pictures.
Exactly. But that is how bad the situation is, Linda. And the thing is, you want to remember back in December 2015, when El Nino was around, it was the topic of the conversation everywhere.
And these are exactly almost the same pictures that we saw back then.
Exactly.
So you're asking yourself, one would ask, so what is not being done?
Exactly.
Every time it rains, we experience this.
This is the same story. I mean, last year we saw the governors asking for about 10, 15 billion Kenyan shillings.
And especially when everyone knew El Nino was on the way.
Exactly.
So a lot of money was released.
5 billion from contingency funds. Contingency funds is like an emergency funds for rainy days, like literally rainy days. And then 10 billion from investors. But the thing is, guys are asking, where did it go to? And the thing, Linda, I don't know if very many Kenyans know this, but there's something known as National Disaster Operations Center.
Yes.
The main mandate is to make sure that they're there during such emergencies. They're supposed to be around 700,000 NYS, helping Kenyans during such situations. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So that money that we're talking about, the 10 billion Kenyan shillings, the 15 billion Kenyan shillings, people on social media asking both President Uhuru Kenyatta and the governors, where did that money go to? Because if it was genuinely used for their purpose, this is not what we'll be seeing right now.
What are you supposed to do if you're driving a small car?
I do not know, Linda. I don't know. It's really scary.
I love small cars. I wouldn't survive in this.
She does. It's true. And the thing is, Linda, all that money would have gone to repairing roads. Tents in case of people need shelter.
Question is, did it?
And that's the thing. That's why Kenyans are asking the tough questions on Twitter.
Yeah. How much was released? Who got what? What was done with that money? We saw this December last year.
Yes.
Why are we seeing a replica?
And the thing is, Linda, this cannot be happening in Nairobi City, one of the biggest and busiest capital cities in Eastern Central Africa.
Because a lot of people angry at Governor Evans Kidero and ask him,
Exactly. But the thing is, Linda, at the end of the day, we also have a role to play as Kenyans. We have these tendencies of, you'll drink a soda, throw it out of the window. It goes straight into blocking pipes. It's a two-edged sword here. Both the government and Kenyans really need to play a role when it comes to this. And if we can't handle this, what about the climate change?
A lot of people are going to take exception to that. They're going to say it is not our duty to clean up. There is someone else who's supposed to clean up.
True.
Trust me, that conversation has been had 1,001 times.
But I feel like if you're going to have sugarcane, put it in a paper bag and wait through it, outside when you get to a dustbin. It's just, and the thing is, Linda, I don't know if you know there's something called El Nino Contingency Plan. Apparently it's supposed to be there from 2014 to 2018. It's supposed to help about 1.5 million Kenyans in such situations. What is happening? Where is the strategic plan? If there are certain systems put into place, why are we not seeing them being implemented, Linda? I know.
Yeah, those are the questions that every single person is asking right now, especially the ones who are stranded. I hear Thika Road is so bad.
I know. Ojijo
You
Road
cannot
is
believe
bad
it.
also.
Ojijo Road. A lot of people are stranded. And whole lots of people are just hoping that tomorrow it will not rain, because if it does, then that is something
We've got to
else.
prepare for a very rough weekend if this is just
Buy
Thursday.
gumboots,
Buy jackets,
jackets.
like everything. Stay indoors. Where are you going?
you can't stay indoors.
You have to, Linda. Look at the situation in Nairobi.
You're watching KTN Prime. Thank you for staying with us. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Zinzi, thank you. As always, it's a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.